So today I wanted to talk to you about how your cells, affect your thoughts. Okay, so this is in the description of this video, so we're going to talk all about it, and that's why I have a lovely presentation for you. So here how it goes, right? So if you're live with me, say hi. I want to say I'm waving. Okay, Michelle. All right, so cool. We start with the cells, right? So cells make up our tissues, and then our tissues make up our organs, and then our organs make up our organ systems, which is basically the digestive system, the immune system, the respiratory system, etc. And they all have to work together. Hi, Shannon. They all have to work together in order for our system to function properly, right? So for example, your digestive system organs have to cooperate, or the digestive system organs have to cooperate to process your food, right? So again, I'm going to go back to, you start with your cells make up your tissues make up your organs make up your organ system, and then it makes up the organism, which is you in that case, because we're talking about human beings, right? So you can definitely see how there can be a breakdown if they're in your systems, if there is a breakdown in your cells. So let's say you have damaged cells, you can definitely see how that can cause a damaged system. For example, a damaged digestive system or a damaged immune system, and that's why you have people who have autoimmune, or people who have a lot of immune issues, or respiratory system, etc., right? So it does start at the cellular level. And why am I talking about this? Because your cells listen to your thoughts. So your thoughts matter, and your words matter, and what you tell to yourself, what you tell your brain, what you tell your mind matter, because guess what? If this is perfect and happy, this is a perfect and happy you, healthy. But when this is damaged, we can have problems over here. So now we are done with the first, I can't lose my notes. Okay, so we're done with the first slide, with the first presentation. No, this is a presentation. We're done with this. Now we are gonna talk about the thoughts and the words. So your body is changing in response to your thoughts. Your body is changing in response to your thoughts. And remember, during the mindset makeover, we talked about how you have 60 thoughts per day. You have 60 thoughts per day. Research has shown that there have been many studies that your thoughts can improve your vision, your fitness, your strength. And think about the athletes. Athletes, what they do is they hire a lot of high performance coaches, such as Tony Robbins, in order to perform better. Why? Because they want to improve their strength and improve their fitness level through their thoughts. And that's what the high performing level coaches do, such as Tony Robbins, for example. They give them a lot of ideas or a lot of training and strategies in order to change their thoughts and improve their strength. I'm gonna make sure I'm looking at my notes and not forgetting anything. Okay, so studies have shown that thoughts can improve vision, fitness, and strength. Again, also one more thing, I'm live, baby. Yeah, it's good. Love you. What class do you have? Okay, cool. All right, so, and then your expectations, what you expect, what you are expecting. So for example, you're expecting a surprise, you're expecting a good day, you're expecting a happy day, whatever, a bad day. Your expectations and learned associations also change your brain chemistry. And when they change your brain chemistry, what you expect, your expectation, changes your brain chemistry, which can cause real physiological and cognitive outcomes. For example, if you have positive expectations and you have positive associations with things, you can have positive physiological and cognitive outcomes, such as right here, less fatigue, lower immune system reaction. I'm not saying a lower immune system function, I'm saying lower immune system reaction, meaning your immune system is tolerating and it is not reacting over every single thing. For example, all of you have eczema and asthma. This is a reaction of your immune system not recognizing, for example, like let's say, grass, right? You have allergies to grass. That's a reaction of your immune system. Your immune system is not recognizing grass. They think that grass is the enemy and it's breaking down your skin. So your basically the collateral damage is your skin. However, the problem is not your skin. The problem is the immune system. Okay. So again, your expectations change your brain chemistry, which cause real physiological and cognitive outcomes. So positive expectations, positive learned associations. Then we have less fatigue, lower immune system reaction, better hormone levels, and less anxiety. Okay, so this is real shit. This is studies. It's science. It's not just woo-woo. And that's why I wanted to teach you all of that today. And then, before I talk about how your thoughts sculpt your brain, how your thoughts shape your brain, I have a book and I have a little thing in the book that I want to read for you. And this is called Mind Over Medicine. There are lots of studies. This book was written by an MD. Her name is Lissa Rankin. She's a medical doctor, and she wrote this book, Mind Over Medicine. And it's scientific proof that you can heal yourself. There's so many studies in there how healing can happen through mastering your mind, mastering your thoughts and your words. And I'm gonna read to you just like a little study. So on a mission to further elucidate the mechanism of how helplessness might be linked to illness. Helplessness, when someone feels helpless. Madeline, whatever his name is, a colleague of Seligman's, performed a study on 3 groups of rats. Ignore how I'm saying these people's names because I speak 4 languages and I sometimes cannot pronounce everything correctly. So the first group was 3 groups of rats. The first group was given a mild escapable shock. They can escape. One the rats could avoid once they learned how. They can learn to avoid it when they learn how. The second group was given a mild, inescapable shock, which rendered them helpless. They felt helpless. They cannot get out of the situation. The third group was given no shock at all. Before setting about shocking these poor rats, Visentiner implanted a few cancer cells on each rat's flank. The cancer was the kind that would invariably kill the rat if the rat's immune system failed to fend it off. Visentiner carefully controlled the number of cancer cells she implanted so she could expect that under normal conditions, about half of the rats would reject the tumor and live. The other half would succumb and die. Everything externally was perfectly controlled. So she controlled the rats' diet, how they were housed, the tumor burden. The only difference among the 3 groups of rats, if you're alive, say hi. If you ever read this book, I want to know. This is an amazing book. Make sure that you read it. If you watch in replay, make sure you say replay in the comments. So I thank you for watching. The only difference, like I said, among the 3 groups of rats was their psychological experience with the shocks. The rats experiencing escapable shocks quickly learned how to game the system, ultimately avoiding the shocks. The rats getting inescapable shocks, on the other hand, were learning helplessness. They were feeling helplessness. They can't do anything. And the unshocked rats were just minding their own business, doing whatever, with neither the challenge of figuring something out nor the trauma of getting shocked. As expected, within a month, 50% of the unshocked rats had died, while the other 50% of unshocked rats fought off the tumor. But curiously, the rats given escapable shocks, who learned how to master the system, rejected the tumor 70% of the time, giving them a survival advantage over the unshocked rats. The rats who couldn't escape the shocks, however, wind up listless and helpless, and only 27% rejected the tumor. From these rats, we may conclude that our sense of control, ability to avoid victimhood, and feelings of hopefulness regarding our experiences Particularly the traumas we face may affect whether we get sick or stay healthy. Again, going back to the thought. So if you haven't read this book, I highly recommend it, Mind Over Medicine. I highly recommend you join Master Your Mind, Master Your Health, because I'm going to talk about it in a little bit after I'm done. But if you haven't read this book, or if you've read this book, please let me know in the comments. This is an amazing, amazing book, how you can actually heal yourself with your mind and your thoughts. And that was one of the studies that I read for you. So let's go back to my post-it notes. So your thoughts sculpt your brain. Your thoughts actually shape your brain. Having an attitude of gratitude, you get a surge of dopamine. Dopamine is the happy. When you have a surge of dopamine, you're actually feeling happy. You have an alerting and brightening of the mind. Your mind feels great. It is actually scientifically impossible, and you can look it up. It's scientifically impossible to actually have an attitude of gratitude and feel sad or mad or any negative emotion associated with that. So it's actually impossible to have negative, this means negative, the minus means negative emotion. So making sure I covered everything. Now let's go back to the cells, because if you remember, this is what I said at the beginning. Hey, say hello. All right, so here, let's go back, right? We start with the cells, and then tissues, organs, and then we make up us. So your cells are so important, because if there's damage in your cells, there's what? Damage in your system, hence damage in you, whatever system we're talking about, right? So now let's go back to my notes and my cells and my notes. So your thoughts program your cells. Your thoughts, I want you to remember that. Your thoughts program your cells, and guess who's listening? Your cells are listening to your thoughts. And remember, you have 60,000 thoughts a day on average. Making sure that I'm not forgetting. So I'm going to read this because I don't memorize everything. There are thousands upon thousands of receptors on each cell in your body. So each cell in your body has thousands and thousands of receptors. Each receptor is specific to one peptide or protein. When we have feelings of anger, sadness, guilt, excitement, happiness, or nervousness, each separate emotion releases its own flurry of neuropeptides. Those peptides surge through the body and connect with those receptors, which change the structure of each cell as a whole. So your emotions can change the structure of your cells. Okay? Remember that. Where this gets interesting is when the cells actually divide. If a cell has been exposed to a certain peptide more than others, the new cell that is produced through its division will have more of the receptor that matches with that specific peptide. Likewise, the cell will also have less receptors for peptides that its mother sister cell was not exposed to as often. So I'm going to explain what that means. So if you have been bombarding your cells with peptides from negative thoughts, you are literally programming your cells to receive more of the same negative peptides in the future. What's even worse is that you're lessening the number of receptor positive peptides on the cells, making yourself more inclined toward negativity. Again, we go back to the cells. Your cells listen to your thoughts, to your emotions, and it actually affects the structure of your cells. Did you know about that? I want to hear. Have your raise of hand. Tell me, oh my goodness, I didn't know that. Oh yeah, I did. Let me know. Have you heard about that before? So another interesting thing, 90% of your cells are less than 6 months old. Okay? 90% of your cells are less than 6 months old. So why do you stay sick, tired, you still have the headaches, the hormone issues, the same immune issues, the same everything? Because if your cells are renewing every 6 months, shouldn't you be a brand new person? Like, I should be brand new. Me too. Shouldn't I be also brand new person if my cells are changing every 6 months? But again, I'm going to give you an analogy that I learned from someone, that if you buy a new car if you buy a new car, well, that, let's say you're not a good driver, right? So I'm not gonna say it's you, but let's say you're not a good driver. If you buy a new car, will that make you a better driver? So if I give you new cells, right? If your body is letting you have new cells. Every 6 months, your body is letting you have new cells, but you keep having the same illnesses and the same everything that you are struggling in, the fatigue and the weight and all of that. It's the same. You're not a brand new person. Why? Because you are still acting the same, thinking the same, hanging out with the same people who are dragging you down, at the same maybe job that is really like making you depressed, or within the same relationship that is really dragging you down, watching the same negative news, especially right now, watching the same negative news over and over again. So that, and you don't grow personally and you don't grow professionally, you're not going to be a changed person, even though your cells are telling you that you are a changed person. My cells are telling me, Denise, you are a changed person. But then again, if I'm acting the same, I'm thinking the same, and I'm not growing, I'm not reading books, I'm not enrolling in programs, I'm not investing in myself, I am not going to be a changed person. I'm going to be the same person. I'm going to have the same illnesses. I'm going to have the same diseases. I'm going to have the same thoughts, the same emotions, because I am not changing my mindset and my thoughts. And same applies to you. All right, so I want to hear whether you're watching the replay or live with me. There's no one live with me, but if you're watching the replay, let me know, please. I really like, I want to tell you something. And I'm going to be real. This is a small community of mine, and I love every single person of you, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate every single person. So I love, love, love feedback. I thrive and I get my energy from feedback. So let me know. Give me feedback. Watch the replay and let me know, did you know about this? Did you know that your cells are so important and your cells respond to your thoughts? Emojis, whatever you want to tell me, words, comments. So let's move on. Your thoughts now, your thoughts. So we talked about how your thoughts shape your brain, and now your thoughts activate your genes. Your thoughts activate your genes. You're speaking to your genes with your thoughts, okay? So again, your genes and your cells are listening. They're listening all the time to your thoughts. And let me know if you know how many thoughts a day we have. If you were in the Mastery Mindset Makeover, or you've been listening to me, you do know how many thoughts a day on average we have. So let me know in the comments how many thoughts a day we have. So you're speaking to your genes with your thoughts. So the fast-growing field of epigenetics is showing that who you are is a product of the things that happen in your life will change the way your genes operate. Again, the epigenetics field says that who you are is the product of the things that happen in your life which change the way your genes operate. Now, genes can actually get switched on and off according to the life experiences, to the lifestyle, to the thoughts, to the words. Now, I want to clarify something. Your life doesn't alter the genes you were born with, but what changes is your genetic activity, right? So for example, let's say that, yes, you do have the gene of, let's say diabetes run in the family, like your mom had it, your grandmother, your great grandmother, etc., 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 right? So it does run in your family and you may carry that gene. However, the gene activity is whether you switch it on and off. And how do you switch it on and off? With your life experiences, your lifestyle, and your thoughts. If your thoughts are negative, if you keep putting yourself down, you are going to activate those genes and you are going to activate the illness and the disease. However, when you are positive and hopeful and always working on your mindset, again, it's not all unicorn and rainbows all day, every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But in general, when you have the peace of mind, when you have the mindset work, when you have your thoughts and your words working for you, this is when you turn off those genes. So what changes in your genetic is your genetic activity, meaning the hundreds of proteins, enzymes, and other chemicals that regulate, again, what? Your cells. We go back to the cells. At the cellular level. So let's change you at the cellular level. Yeah. Who wants to change their cells? Let me know in the comments. I know, I'm so giddy because I love talking about these things. So I hope more people are live with me and engaging, but it's okay. No worries. I totally understand. It is 5 something and I should be attending a grieving meditation right now that my friend is holding. However, I'm doing this. I'm doing the live. So let's go back to, I want you to use your thoughts for you. Same thing. I want to use my thoughts for me. And you have more power. You have more power than you ever imagined to influence your physical and mental reality. So I want you to look at your physical and mental reality. Please take a moment right now while you're watching the replay and look at your physical reality. Are you sick? Do you get sick often? Are you overweight, or are you fatigued all the time? Do you not feel good all the time? Look at that physical aspect of it, and I want you to look at the mental realities. How do you think? What are your thoughts usually? What do you get attracted to? What are you listening to all the time? And then I want you to realize that you have the power than you ever thought that you can influence your physical and mental realities, because your mindset is recognized by your body at the genetic level. Your mindset is recognized by your body right down to the genetic level and to the cellular level. And the more that you improve your mental habits, the more that you engage in mental hygiene and disinfect your thoughts, the more beneficial the response will be from your body. And that's why I called it Master Your Mind, Master Your Health. I didn't say master your health, master your mind. I said master your mind so you can master your health. And please note that in this program, I am not offering any recipes, because in this program, in this 6-week program, I want you to work on your mindset, to change your thoughts, to actually master your mind so you can improve not just your health, your stress levels. You can improve your health, your life, your relationship. Everything improves at the cellular and the genetic level. So I'm going to go back and sit down, because right now I'm going to talk to you about the program of Master Your Mind, Master Your Health. I'm in that fancy chair. So this is why I created, I'm going to be very honest with you. This is why I created this, because I didn't know about all these things. And when I started learning about it, even though I read this book a while back, I was like, oh, okay, cool. I read it because I was going to school to become a health coach and they recommended it and I read it. But I really started diving into it in the last, I want to say, a good year and a half. And this is why I created Master Your Mind, Master Your Health, because this stuff is more important. Yes, food is important and all of that. However, if you are not working on your mindset, if you're not working on your stress levels, then it's all of the kale and all of the spinach and whatever. So you can eat all the kale, drink all the alkaline water, take all the supplements. But if you don't deal with your emotions and your thoughts and your words, you will remain unhealthy. So let me know in the comments. I want to hear, what are your thoughts? What are you thinking? Are you more of a positive person, of a negative person? Did you know about all this? Did you know how much your mind is powerful and how it can create an illness and it can create also health? You know, you can reprogram your subconscious mind, and there's a lot of ways to do that. And I want to be able to cover all of this, but I can't do it in a live. I cannot do it right here in just like, one live, like 30 minutes or whatnot. That's why the program was created. So Master Your Mind, Master Your Health is a 6-week program, and it will help you, goodness gracious. I'm talking too much. I need to drink. Okay, so master your mind, master your health will help you manage your stress and improve your health through not just eating kale and drinking smoothies and eating salads. It will help you through, it will improve your health through mastering your mind, your thoughts, and your words. And I demonstrated for you to the cellular and genetic level that your cells and your genes are listening to the thoughts that you have on a daily basis. So this is what the program will help you achieve. Okay, so if you want to manage your stress, you got it, baby. You want to improve your health, this is for you. And I'm going to recap the modules real quick, or the phases. We have 4 phases. I'm going to be talking about mindset and goals. What is mindset? How does it affect you? What is the truth that you keep telling yourself, and how we can change that, how to get out of your own way, and how to set goals. Also, phase 2, we're going to talk all about self-care and gratitude, because again, once you have an attitude of gratitude, you literally cannot have, scientifically, it's impossible to have negative feelings and negative emotions and so forth, and negative associations. We're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about the limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are your enemy. They stop you. And limiting belief can be something like, I used to tell myself, I'm not good at math. I'm not good at math. I don't even think that my mom told me that, or maybe she did. I don't think so. But I know that I told myself, Denise, you're not good at math. Denise, you're not good at math. And so that's limiting belief, because it stopped me from so now every time I see numbers, it just it gives me anxiety. So that's phase 2. And then phase 3 is all about stress management, because it's really important to let go of stress, to use the right strategies in order to get rid of stress, eliminate negativity, what it means to be in alignment, and the power of choice. And then we're also going to have habits, because you are who you are because of your habits. So we are going to evaluate the autopilot habits that prevent you from reaching your goals, and those are the 4 phases. Now, here is how it's going to work. You click on the link, and you just click on any of the blue buttons. I'm ready to enroll, or I'm ready to change, and then you enter your information and you pay. Unfortunately, you have missed the window of the lower price and of the bonuses, so they all disappeared. However, still $297 is still a very, very, very low price, because if you divide $297 by 42 days, just 6 weeks, it is $7 a day, and $7 a day is less than a trip to the drive-thru. So it is a very low price. And when you pay, and why is it not free? Because when you pay attention, and I want you to change. I want you to change your life, because I care for you and I care for myself, and I also want you to actually complete the course and do it and complete it to its entirety. So this is how it's gonna work. So like I said, after you pay, you receive an email. We start on May 4th. May 4th is the first week of the phases. So each phase, I'm gonna divide it into 2 trainings. So for now, I'm thinking I'm gonna go live. I haven't decided my schedule yet, but it's going to be live via Zoom calls, and then there will be housed in a private Facebook group and an all access page. If you have any questions regarding Mastery Mind, or I'm speaking too fast, let me know. But I speak too fast, so what can I say? So anyway, it's probably going to be on Monday. So the lesson will be on Monday, and another lesson on Friday. So Monday, most likely, it's going to be at 4 p.m. And Friday, it's going to be maybe at 10 a.m. or something like that. I don't know. I haven't decided. And then you're going to have 2 implementation weeks. And that's why it's a longer program, not just 4 weeks, it's 6 weeks, because it is important to actually have implementation weeks. Because if you don't, you're going to get overwhelmed, and you may not be able to catch the replays and do the activities and so forth. So there are 2 implementation weeks, one after phase 2 and one after phase 4. And then we have 2 office hours as well. I haven't decided when the office hours are. And that's about it. You have lifetime access. So once you pay, right now, you're done. You're done forever. You have lifetime access no matter the updates, no matter the bonuses, no matter what I add. And I have also, whoever's enrolled in, whoever is on my email list, I've been sending you also free recipes because, you know, even though that, yes, the mind is so important, it's also important not to eat junk and then to eat healthy most of the time. So that's about it for today. I'm trying to keep those lives a little bit short. So I am going to see you tomorrow because I said, guess what? I'm going to be live every day, Monday through Friday. And on Friday, tomorrow, is the last day to join because the doors close and you can't join until I launch it again. And I don't know when I'm launching it again because I didn't even know that I'm launching it this time around, but because I saw a lot of people stressed out, a lot of people watching negative news and dwelling on it, and a lot of people kind of like fighting on social media over things that just don't matter and just having so many negative thoughts around the whole thing. So I was like, you know what? It is really important that I'm gonna sneeze. That I do something with mindset, and that's why I hosted the challenge, so I can kind of give you a taste of how I roll, of who I am. And I am a person who delivers. So, and I am very committed to any of the program that I release. So that's why I highly recommend that you join. And if you have any hesitation, whatever it is, whether committing or the price or whatever, I mean, the price, it cannot get lower than this. I mean, $297 for 6-week program. It's literally a no-brainer. It's $7 a day. You spend $7 a day on things that are not important for your mindset and for your mind and for your thoughts and for your cells and for your genes. So if you put it all together and pay $297, and again, when you pay attention, meaning you will do the work, you will watch the replays because you invested in your health, and the return on investment is priceless. It's not just I'm paying. It's also I am investing in my mindset. I am investing in my future. I'm investing in my kids' future because guess what? Once you change your mindset, and once you master your mind and master your health, once you master your thoughts, once you master your stress levels and your words, not just you will change, the people around you will change, the relationships that you have around you will change, your kids will change. So let's change. Again, if you have any questions, I'm here for you. I'll be there tomorrow and I will be there answering questions, but I want to see you inside. Click on that button. You have nothing to lose and a lot to gain, a lot to gain. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Bye-bye.